It's very rainy today in London. I hope you could all hear me alright. I'm on my way home. I just finished all of my practical exams are now done. Oh, I can see myself in my glasses. It's pouring it down in London. Look at this. Crazy. Anyway, I'm on my way home. The exams, they went alright, but I've got so much to do today. I've got a lot of locking in to do. Locking in to do. Hi, it's Sydney. Welcome back to LSD. This is episode 2, Diary 2, Entry 2. I don't know. It's the second part of this little series I'm doing where I'm talking about the reality of being a musician, being an artist, a very small one at that, and in a place like this, central London, where there is thousands of people trying to do what I'm doing, all battling their way to the top. I'm going to be honest, starting this project was so easy because it's something I'd been looking forward to for ages. And I did struggle a bit with actually getting around to and setting everything up and getting on with it. But once I'd started, I was like, this is great. I banged through the whole episode in a day and it was so much fun. And then this week, it fell off so much. So I've had my exams this week. I've had a guitar one on Tuesday. I had my guitar exam on Tuesday, and then my piano exam was about 2 hours ago. Honestly, they're really difficult, not because the content is hard, but because there is so much pressure on you, not only to get a good grade and come out at this standard that London requires, but also you want to show to your tutors. I'm in first year, I've just started, I've done one semester, and so the tutors don't really know me, they don't really know me musically. It's kind of a thing where you want to prove what you can do and your styles and that you can actually play your instrument really well and that you've got this great understanding. But the thing with pressure is that it causes a lot of stress and then procrastination, and you don't revise as much as you probably should do. You're not sort of putting in the work that is required to get the outcome you want, and then you end up kind of fucking the exam up a little bit. You come out and you're like, oh, it could have been better, and overall it's just a bit shit. So I want to talk about that, the stress of being an artist and a student at the same time. There is so many deadlines to meet. So I have all my instrument exams, I have theory exams, practical exams, I'm playing guitar for other people in their exams, and then on top of that I have my normal coursework, and then I have my own personal projects, the music I'm creating, this thing, the bands I'm in outside of my own stuff where I'm also playing guitar and having to learn loads of stuff and show up. And what I've learned is that it can really bring you down, right? And it can really take up a lot of your time if you don't manage it properly. But the most important thing I found is just to show up. Even if you've not properly learned something, or you're stressing about it, or it's going to shit, just show up and be present and sort of let life take you where it wants to go. You can't force anything to happen, but you can force the way you think about it and the way you react to how things happen. So this leads on to a new little section I want to add into these videos, and I'm going to start it off this week because I've never done it before. Basically, I'm either going to take a song from Spotify or YouTube or a live song or something from my great collection of vintage vinyls and talk about it, Maybe I'll learn a riff from it or talk about the guitar tone or how it's influenced me and how it affects me, not just musically, but in my life. So going forward, if you guys could send in songs that you're like, oh, I really like this guitar tone. Can you talk about how to achieve this? How does it happen? Or I'm really struggling with this riff. Or I think this riff sounds really cool. Can I look at this and, see if I can work it out and show you guys how I'd get the sound? So this week, I'm going to talk about a song that I think is relevant to what I just spoke about. And that's one by the Beatles. It's called Within You, Without You. It's off Sgt. Pepper's. So this released in 66, 67. It's an old one, but I think in terms of music standing the test of time, this is one that has done it, and done it way beyond what anyone else can do. You listen to Hendrix, and it's wow, this guy has stood the test of time. There he is. It's like, this guy has stood the test of time, you know. People today are still trying to figure out what this guy was doing, how he was making these mad sounds. It's very important to me. It's without a doubt my favourite Beatles song of all time, and that's purely not just because of how musically genius it is, but the lyrical content. It's very personal in a way. I think anyone can take a song however they want, but this song applies to everyone in life. It's about, you know, how no matter what you do, no matter what you think, life will go on with you or without you. And I found it so beneficial to just sit and let everything sort of breathe and relax, you know? Just forget about all the stresses. Like, realistically, nothing really matters unless you make it matter, you know? If you messed up in an exam, no one actually gives a fuck. So I yapped a lot there. The point I'm trying to get to, I've discovered this week, the most important thing to do as a musician and a student when I'm trying to battle all of these crazy tasks and, you know, when I'm on the brink of just wanting to give up, just realize that life goes on within you and without you. Don't overthink things. Just sit and let everything happen and it will find its own way. I'm going to take the rest of the week very chill. I've got a rehearsal to head to. I've got to leave in 10 minutes. Right, I just rehearsed the jazz set. I just wanted to show how awful. I am currently battling my umbrella trying to get home. It is hammering it down with rain. It's so windy. It's pitch black. My poor guitar is drenched. My umbrella's gonna fly. Hello, I'm back. I just got back from a very long, cold and wet walk home from rehearsal. Rehearsal went really well. All went very smooth. One of the songs I learnt last night, the other I learnt on the way, on the walk there, but it actually turned out pretty good. It sounds great. I'm going to go play those tomorrow. Hopefully all goes well. We'll see. I can take the charts to where I'm playing, so it'll be fine. But I'm back. I locked in. I got some mixing done for my programming exam. Also kind of for another project I'm working on, but I'm not allowed to talk about that yet because it's top secret. But right, come here. If you sign up to the newsletter on soundsbysydney.com, then in like a week or two, or maybe 3, maybe less, maybe this week, I'll email out some details and maybe a little snippet of what I've been working on. Anyway, after I got all that done, I sat down, put the kettle on. Here we go. What have we got? What have we got today? I normally go for Yorkshire Gold because I feel like it's the superior tea, okay? Yorkshire Gold on top, or any Yorkshire tea, a tiny bit of milk, no sugar, because sugar in tea is evil. Don't start putting that shit in there is no need. I sat down after getting my coursework done, and I was just messing around on my guitar as I do most nights, and I had this realisation, right? There's a video of Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin, arguably one of the greats of guitar and rock music in general, and he's playing a theremin, and I love the sound of a theremin, right? But they're really expensive, even the little mini one. I'm not spending like £400 on one of them that I'm going to use for like one bit of one song. So I was like, right, I've got this beastly board, right? And I'll do a full video at some point where I sort of dive into like what is actually going on here. But anyway, I thought I've got enough sounds here. I'm sure I can get my guitar to sound like a theremin. Like, it's not that difficult. And I don't mean like when the guy that made it is doing the whole like over the rainbow thing and it's like and it's like synthesizer sounding thing. I don't care about that. I don't care. I can get those sounds if I want, just with like my volume knob. What I want to get is that like big Jimmy Page sound where it's like wow 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 pow, pow, meow, pow. Great, incredible impression from me there, I'm sure. Anyway, that's the sound I wanted to get, and I was like, how, with what I've got here, can I achieve that? And the other day, when I was filming last week's video, I was playing Machine Gun, right? And I was messing with my delay pedal, because I realised if I play a note and then mess around with the time of the delay, it starts just freaking out, and it'll go like, wow, 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 wow. And I was like, hang on. I can do something with this. So what I've done, right? That's not normal. It's my clon. Right. I play one note. Oh, you can't see. Right. One note. An E. Then I turn the delay on, mix all the way up. You know, I was meant to turn the delay on first. By the time I turned it on, the note had died. Let me try that again. Play an E with the delay on. Now you can hear it. Wow, 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 wow. It's going to go forever, right? If I start moving the time knob... Ooh. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do the same thing I was doing before. And this is kind of what I was doing when I was messing around. I was just like, how can I keep changing this until it sounds cooler? So I was like, okay, I'll play more than one note. So this is what I did. And then I kind of wait for them to sustain together and do this whole weird synthesizer sounding thing. And then just mess with it again. And I thought it was pretty cool. So I was like, okay, what can I do next? Let's turn an octave pedal on as well. Let's have some fun. So I messed around with that for a bit, and then I was like, let's see how this sounds. And I've been doing I was dive bombing the notes instead of just playing them normally. I was swelling into them. And anyway, these are some of the sounds I got. And you know, that was cool. I was having fun, but I was like, it needs a bit more something going on. So I turn my Univibe on and do the whole thing again. This will just go forever. So I have to turn it on, and I just have to wait until it's done, which is quite a problem. But anyway, I'm going to try again. The Univibe, octave, blues driver, clon, few random notes, some swelling. I'll see if I can get some theremin-like tones. Right, so I was having fun with this for a few hours, just messing around with sounds, and I ended up realizing I could use this live. Imagine, picture this. Imagine I'm doing a cover of A Whole Lot of Love. We get to the weird breakdown theremin solo, and I have a pedal that I can just click on and control with my foot, and it's just doing these mad sounds. That'd be so cool. So anyway, it doesn't sound exactly like a theremin right now, or exactly like what Jimmy Page was doing, but I think, I've got a bit of a computer sciencey background, I'm quite a nerd when it comes to like making weird sounds. I feel like if I really lock in over the next few weeks, I could make a foot control pedal that makes your guitar sound like a theremin. I think I could do it. The Ferrotone. Oh my god, I think I could do it. The sun is shining, the week is over. I didn't get up to much. I did a lot of rehearsing with various bands. I've got a gig with Charlotte and the Chain tomorrow, which should be very cool. Yeah, that's it for this week. It was fun, it was stressful. I got through it, I showed up. Let me know what you want to actually see me be doing each week, and I'll do it. Peace and love.